Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. This war is going alright so far, but I think it's gonna get a lot worse, like, soon. Like, maybe right this actual second. So, my main concern here is that we might have a hard time holding on to these cities. So, like, we were having an issue with Hagmatana, and it has 1 point of population, it's completely surrounded by other nations. Loyalty pressure is going to drop here. There's nothing that would stop that. But even once we take these cities that are more populated, the fact that we're in a dark age is going to cause us some serious loyalty issues. We may find that it's hard to hold on to these cities until we get out of a dark age. And the way that it will be hard to hold on to them is that they will keep flipping back over to free city status, and then we'll have to take them by force again. I don't really know how to solve that, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we may just have to wait until the Dark Age ends. We can certainly try to use Victor to push loyalty on these places, and maybe it will even work. My guess is that it will not be enough, as it looks like it's not going to be enough here, right? Yeah, we're at minus 12.4, so even with Victor installed, it's still not going to be enough to hold the city. If we were to get rid of Cyrus entirely, it would certainly be a lot easier to hold this stuff, but we can see here 3 more cities, and this is evidence of a 4th. This is not the culture border of Gordian. So we might be talking about just kind of like a huge amount of work that has yet to be accomplished here. I don't know how we're going to pull it off. It might be a good idea. I was kind of thinking we would use Hagmatana as a way to attack Pasargadae, but maybe it's a better idea to work Gordian and Tarsus, send these guys west to Tarsus and send these guys over to Gordian. We backed off from the cities with the intent of drawing the archers away from them, and that looks like it has worked at least a little bit. Like, from the military strength, we can tell that Gordian does not have a unit in it. And this might be the time to press. If we could cut Pasargadae off from the rest of his empire, even if we couldn't hold the cities ourselves, he would be very hard-pressed to defend himself against the eventual push. Like, it might not even be right after, because we're probably going to have to heal our units up. But with only 1 real city, he's going to be in rough shape. We could try to do that from the other side, I guess. Go up to Pasargadae and come down. Give these units, I mean, like, it's not going to be that hard to move in this direction, because all these units have a lot of open ground to cross. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe we should just take Pasargadae. Like, his capital is definitely his most developed city, right? It has to be, because that's how the game works. So, yeah, depriving him of that is probably more important. And that is the city that we need, right? Okay, yeah, let's do that. So, one other order of business here on the turn before we end it. People suggested in the comments of the last episode that we go ironworking instead of horseback riding. So the horseman is just a better unit than the swordsman in most ways. It has the same military strength, but you see it has 2 more points of movement, and actually is cheaper to build, 10 industry cheaper. But there are 2 really important ways in which swordsmen are superior. Number 1, they are in the melee promotion class. I guess this is both number 1 and 2, really. The first thing I was thinking is they're in the melee promotion class, and the melee promotion class is just better for fighting than the light cavalry one is because of the promotions in the tree. The 7 points of bonus combat strength and the extra move and everything is pretty powerful. The second reason that them being in the melee promotion class is important is that that's the promotion class warriors are in. So if we learn to create swordsmen, we'll be able to upgrade all of these levied warriors into levied swordsmen immediately. So we'll have the swordsman research will have a much greater immediate effect on our military strength. Now when I say immediate, of course I mean immediate when it finishes, so 10 turns from now, which honestly might be after the end of this this particular little conflict, because we're going to run out of strength at some point here, and we're going to have to take a peace deal to rebuild a little bit. One thing I like a lot about horseback riding over ironworking is that I want to build stables. You can only build either a barracks or a stable in an encampment, and once you've built one of them, you can't change it. So we already have access to the barracks, which helps us build melee and ranged land units. We know we want to build cavalry class units, though, because both of our unique units are in the cavalry classes. Right? The Black Army is a light cavalry, and I think this guy is also a light cavalry. So in the long term, it's way better to get horseback riding and build a stable there instead of building a barracks, although I guess we could just hold off and not build either of them right away. I also like horseback riding better because it is a prerequisite for apprenticeship and stirrups. Like, horseback riding is a vital tech that you absolutely have to get. But I think people might be right about ironworking. I don't like it because it's a much, much worse play to research ironworking from an infrastructure standpoint. This tech is kind of out of the way. It's not really very good for us. Whereas horseback riding is absolutely essential, and it's actually something we will want soon because apprenticeship is bananas. But the military advantage of having swordsmen in this particular situation, I think, is too great. I think people are right that ironworking provides too great of a local benefit to finish horseback riding instead. So let's get on that, and we just won't build barracks here. We'll wait until we can have stables, I guess. That kind of makes sense, because we really want to be building a campus next anyway. Like, we have the time. Okay, so we're planning to purchase at least one unit in Hagmatana. Hong Kong is not actually going to flip. Yeah, we're doing alright here. And they are exposing their archers to our violence, which I really appreciate. Okay, we have the ability to change our military policies. Do we want to do this? Well, you know what? We definitely don't want to do it right now. We might switch Twilight Valor for Isolationism, but we want to take our turn while we still have the +5 combat strength, right? So let's do that first. This warrior, for some reason, can't quite get there. Wait, what is up with that? Oh, this is one of my warriors. That's what it is. I was like, with 4 move, he should be able to do this attack. But yeah, this is not a levied warrior. This is my warrior. He does not have 4 move. Well, we definitely want him to be the attacker, because he has the level with the bonus combat strength. You should try to draw into a position to be menacing, which I guess this is the best you can do. You are also trying to get menacing. So I guess these guys should move toward Tarsus. Really, no matter which way we're going here, we want to move toward Tarsus right now. You can safely throw this attack out. There are farms over here that we can pillage for health, if we need sudden boosts of health. Let's just get tough over here. You are good where you are. Or rather, I can't get you into a better position, is maybe a more honest way to put that. Let's see. This guy can move in here and take his promotion. Okay, we have an archer right there. I'm going to move our scout up in this direction. I'm hoping that the archer will shoot at the scout in the woods here, but even if it doesn't, a scout has enough combat strength to be dangerous to an archer. We will have to be careful about that. Move you into range, so Tarsus falls in like a turn or two. Probably not next turn. It's probably a couple of turns. This guy we can upgrade to an archer, but we definitely don't want to do it right away. Upgrading him will expend all of his remaining movement, so we definitely want to get him a little bit closer before we go doing that. Does this warrior need to improve things here? We do have the ability to build monasteries, thanks to our suzerainship of Armagh. And it does give a point of housing. Does the capital need the housing right now? No, actually. Okay, why don't we start by coming over here and improving some of these wheat tiles of farms. And then actually, we probably want to send him up here and have him build a monastery near this city, right? Okay, you can put down right there. You're going to go ahead and... Ooh. That is a floodplain. Well, that's where I want to build it. I don't know that I necessarily want to have to put up with it constantly getting pillaged by the river. That's annoying. But I do really want the Pearl of the Danube production bonus, so I guess let's just... Yeah, I guess we'll put it here. We'll develop dams eventually. You are also 100% for sure building this extremely excellent campus. This city should probably build a granary because we're already at the housing soft cap. Cities with no natural water access are it's a tough thing. Okay, what do we want next over here? We could pick up defensive tactics, which gives us production toward defensive buildings and city strength. I actually like that quite a bit. A couple of types of war available to us, a governor title. Yeah, that's not bad. Or we could go up to military training, plus production toward encampment districts and buildings. I think I like defensive tactics better. We also could just head for drama and poetry to get our theater squares up and go for some more culture, but I don't know that we are going to be building another district anytime soon. This is, I think, the way we want to go. It's going to be a long, long research. Okay, now we got to make a decision about our social policies. So, we don't need this. We're not producing any units anymore. So what would be the right... Or we're not producing any units at the moment, anyway. You know, this actually might be totally relevant in our situation. We definitely don't need colonization anymore. It might just be urban planning. Yes, I think it is. Charismatic leader is still right for the green slot. And then the question is, like, Twilight Valor versus Isolationism. 2 food and 2 production. It would only give it to 1 city. Against +5 combat strength for all of our melee attack units? No, I think we keep Twilight Valor on. I think we need it too much. These are good changes, though. Yeah, that extra combat strength is actually really valuable. Alright, come on, Archer. Please be distracted. Okay, that's interesting. That Archer didn't try to run. And yes, that Archer did shoot just at the wrong guy, which is just awesome for us. This city's actually holding on pretty well. Oh, hey, traders. I totally forgot about traders. Yeah, that's interesting. So we're going to be able to make quite a bit of money by pillaging any trade units they have. Okay, let's have you attack this archer. Oh, man, they have another one. That's not good. Okay, we do manage to wipe that guy out. I'm a little worried that I'm going to lose my warrior, who has a promotion that he just earned. So there's a couple of ways we could go about this. We could hold the archer. We could try to hold the archer's attention with the scout. The scout is weak enough that the archer might be able to kill it, and I wonder if it would value that opportunity over anything else it might do. We also could have this warrior run forward, have the scout jump back into the city to hold the bonus loyalty on the city while this guy is generally menacing. Actually, I guess that archer can't attack this dude if I put this warrior here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So you just keep the loyalty up in Agmatana. We don't necessarily need to hold on to the city or anything, but I do want to try to keep it from flipping right now. We have important plans for it. Okay, so I need somebody standing here in order to get the siege that we want. And I think I'll just go ahead and pillage this farm now. May as well go back to full health. You should cross the river. And you could attack... I guess I can't pillage right now anyway. May as well. You continue forward. Over here, we definitely just have to get this kill. Yeah, let's get the kill with the healthier guy. Okay, I was just thinking, in case there were more archers back here. Did not turn out to be the case. Oh, well, no, there is one more archer back there. That's probably not actually a big deal. Is that tile a hill? It is not. So this archer cannot currently shoot us because of the raised tiles in front of him. It's part of the reason I like having the resource reads on, because like it's not super clear to me visually whether this is a hill or not, but I know it's a hill because it has the 2 points of production. I guess you could just sit there and heal for a moment. You guys need to hurry along. So I was going to purchase a warrior in Hagmatana, but with the proceeds from pillaging this trade route, we'll be able to get an archer instead. which sounds pretty okay by me. I am a little worried about Wilhelmina declaring war on us. I guess she has a trade route with us. That probably reduces the likelihood. It certainly doesn't make it impossible, but it probably reduces the likelihood. She wants the resources from the trade route. Alright, I don't think there's anything else we need to do this turn. It is a shame we weren't able to get Tarsus under siege to prevent it from healing there. Oh, wow, okay, so they have 2 archers, 2 new full health archers, and also we saw a heavy chariot shoot into Gordian, which is why it now has 30 combat strength. That's pretty nuts, actually. Right, let's plunder that trade route for all of this sweet, sweet money. I think I'm willing to sacrifice this guy to just keep this archer at bay for a moment while we finish the job over here. Although, actually, this doesn't have to be a sacrifice, does it? Alright, so we'll move you to here. That puts the city under siege. Take your promotion. You get to move up to here and do a whole lot of damage to that city. I'm going to have this archer. We could have captured Tarsus this turn, but I think I would much rather kill their archer with my archer. And then we now have, I think, enough money to purchase another archer, right? Yes, we do. Which means you need to, I don't know exactly what, need to go somewhere and be ready to help in some actual way. Then we purchase an archer who will be garrisoned in the city. Okay. You know, we're keeping it under control. So this is bad. This huge number of additional units that they suddenly have. I think they built the chariot in this city. How do we deal with this? I do not now have enough money to upgrade this guy to an archer, but I will next turn. Alright, so you get one space closer. I'm thinking maybe we have to fall back away from Gordian. I don't know that we can actually take it with all of these archers right here. Stay temporary retreat while we figure some things out, I think is probably a good idea. Okay, so if we move you back to, like, this tile, I can fall you back to here and take the promotion and the heal. And maybe it's a good idea to just get the combat strength when defending against range attacks. No, this is versus melee and ranged units. So this is almost as good as Tortoise for the purpose of defending against archers. Tortoise does give you better defenses against cities, where Battlecry doesn't, but in the situation we're in, this is definitely the right play. And then you can just move to here and try to heal, take a promotion. Okay. So what direction are these archers needed most in? Probably this way? That might not be true for both of them. Okay. So do we drop the, do we move the trader to here to help establish the city, or do we move him to Miskulk to just get the Warlord's Throne done faster? I think it's the latter. I think that building is really important to us. Alright, assuming they don't have any archers in, like, behind Sargade, this guy should be perfectly safe for the moment. Oh, they just purchased one. He can't attack the turn. Okay, maybe. Alright, well, the game rules are he can't attack the turn he was purchased, but apparently that one totally can for some reason. He didn't just run in from behind either. We saw the little particle effect that indicates purchase. Yeah, I don't know. That is just not how the game works, so that was a little surprising. Okay. If we don't move our scout back in here, we lose Hagmatana on this turn. But I think we want to just give up on Hagmatana either way, because we certainly can't hold it. And I think we're gonna have Victor bounce, actually, over to Tarsus to try to hold Tarsus. Tarsus is minus 11 right now, which is like, that's certainly holdable if Victor gets established in time. I guess he's gonna get established pretty slowly though. 3 turns. That's what we have to try to do. So this guy's not actually needed in Hagwatana. He will not have any benefit sitting there in that city. So I don't know what I do with him. I guess he just goes... If I put him here, he's just going to get shot by the archer. Yeah, I guess just hang out over here for now. May as well be rid of this unit. And earned ourselves a promotion doing it. This is definitely the right play here. You can only upgrade units when they're in friendly territory. So if we didn't do it this turn, we were gonna... Like, we couldn't afford to move him forward again. Oh, hey, another archer. Well, let's try to cut off his approach. Pasargadae has 25 combat strength while it has the archer in there. I'm wondering if maybe the right thing to do here is to just put pressure on Gordian. Maybe we let him keep Pasargadae for now, try to break up his backfield a little bit more, and then take Pasargadae with a push at some point in the future. Excuse me. Yeah, maybe. Let's get a little bit aggressive. So you have run out of move. You have run out of move. Now we have to make the decision for this guy. Does he go this way or does he go up? Up is a faster way to get to Tarsus, and it's not that much slower for getting to Gordian. Yeah, okay, we'll split them around the different sides of the mountain. We could run a trade route up to, like, Armagh for the purpose of building a road. And because of the fact that we are a suzerain of Kumasi, we get a pretty good bonus on that. But I think I just want the 2 points of industry. I think it's too important to get the Warlords thing done as quickly as possible. And here, it would be really cool if we could get that monument fixed. Can I purchase that? You cannot purchase repairs to a building. Okay. We may find ourselves having a lot of trouble holding on to this city. No, absolutely not. She's going to declare war on me and then use those resources to build units to fight me. Would be a very foolish deal indeed. And you... Okay, that's not great. Okay, so Hagwatana converts. It becomes a free city. It apparently is going to convert in 10 turns. It's going to convert to the Congo in 10 turns. That's not great. Okay, let's think about this. How do I want to do this? Well, I want to move... This is a flat tile? Yeah, so I want to move you around to here. Shoot that archer. That's a good start. You are definitely going to hit this archer, but I think I'm going to move you to here first. Or here. Style has a movement cost of pretty low. Just thinking I want to try to, like, open up the path for our other units to approach, right? Here we could pillage this to gain 29 culture, which actually seems pretty okay. That's like... That's more than 3 turns of culture for us. What is this? Oh, this is a unique tile improvement. This is a Cyrus thing. I don't think I want to attack the city, but I might... Oh, I can't... That's right, I can't heal because of our social policies. Okay, yeah, just pillage that. And then I want to have, like, this guy back up for a turn. Probably the play is you kill the archer. You fall back and take your promotion. You move up to here and plunder that trade route. It does take some movement to plunder the trade route, which is why we couldn't just have the scout do it easily. You can move to here pretty safely. You can move to there. Just try to get a little bit of threat on Gordian. You can see Gordian is already not able to heal anymore. Okay, this guy actually has enough movement even after the pillage. So pillaging apparently only takes 3 points of movement, not all of your movement, as I thought. So we could just attack the city here. If I do that... Yeah, actually, I like that quite a bit. I don't care about the fact that that's going to put him in a place where he can't attack anymore. This guy is so close to being able to contribute. He's like right on the border. Okay, definitely build a farm. We're probably going to buy this tile and then build a farm on it. Yeah, I'm certainly not waiting 10 turns. And here, I think we maybe just make a library. We're still not close to our housing soft cap, but we definitely need to get our science going. It is embarrassingly low for turn 57. 3 turns left on this, so he'll get established and he'll buy us another turn or 2 maybe. If we can get rid of Gordian, that'll reduce some of the pressure. Yeah, when you purchase a unit, it can't attack immediately. So it's upsetting to me that his units absolutely can attack immediately in violation of the rules of the game. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Well, I need you to finish him off. Okay, the city of Non-Madal, which is a city-state, by the way. So that's good to know. There is another city-state that could be liberated. But yeah, this thing where he purchases archers and then they immediately attack is actually a real problem for us. We've got the city trapped again. This guy probably has to just get over here. You are going to be responsible for trying to hold Tarsus in our grasp long enough to get some value out of it. Actually, for right now, you can step out because the archer needs to be able to go here for optimal movement for us. I guess you could just wait here. So close. We're so close to being able to use that archer for stuff. Yeah, I think it's just purchase this tile and build another farm. That was apparently our 6th farm. So we could build a farm here, and then we'll have the triangle for when we eventually pick up, I don't remember what the name of the civic is. Feudalism? Yeah, I think it's, yes, feudalism is the one that boosts farms when they have 2 adjacent farms. So we get that nice farming triangle here. Or we could pull this guy up to Eager and build a monastery because we desperately need housing. That actually might be the right play. Okay, we're very, very close to being able to upgrade a significant number of these units. All I have to do is not lose all of them. This archer is not able to shoot either of these guys right now because of the fact that he is in a lowland tile, so these hill tiles are blocking his vision. But he can move out to here because the road, and he'll still be able to attack. So we're gonna lose one of these 2 units for sure. We will probably get Gordian on this coming turn though. Yep. He chose correctly to kill the upgraded unit and not the not upgraded unit. Yeah, I think we need this housing quite badly. Get over there and we'll figure out exactly what tile we're building it on in a moment. Okay, so Gordian is mine. I'll take that, thank you. My knowledge of masonry has advanced considerably. Oh, we gained control of a stone quarry, right? Yes, please keep city. Okay, this city is actually full loyalty to us. Really? And for some reason, this city is still going to rebel, even with the governor established. Oh, no, it's totally not. This is just, this thing has not updated. We're actually only falling 1.3 now. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good situation to be in, then. So now we have the question of whether we want to try to take Nan Madal or whether we want to refocus on Pasargadae. Because obviously, like, getting control of their capital is important. You definitely need to fall back to a place where that archer can't easily shoot you. I guess, can we... Okay, we can get this guy this far forward, but this is a lowland tile, and this is not, so I won't be able to fire on him. You don't really want to give them first shot on your archers. Okay, well, we can fall... Like, we can fall way back, right? So Tarsus is not actually going to flip. It's not even going to flip if we move the archer out, but actually what I want to do is move the scout back in. The fact that this archer is not levied is actually a huge pain. This normal movement rate stuff sucks. This tile has a defense modifier. I'm going to stand right here. You are going to... I guess I could just fortify until healed. That's not too bad. Because this guy can already shoot from this tile at either the city or the archer. But oh, you know what? Yeah, let's have you move back just so that there's like a greater chance you don't immediately get shot. And you can move to here, you can move to there, keep that city as loyal as possible. Move down to here, you're in better shape. This archer moves to here. Definitely repair the monument. What is going on with Tarsus? Why is this not being produced? I have 0 industry? Oh, the city's very unhappy. Right. Zero of 2 amenities. You know, that should only be minus 5% yields. It's because the city is occupied, probably. Yeah. Well, when we get Cyrus to cede it to us formally, or kill him, it will become properly our city, and that will go away. Unfortunately, that's looking like it's still going to be a bit away from now. Kind of a lot of work yet. Yeah, alright. Is there anything that I want to do? We're about to acquire an envoy. Does it matter where we put it? Do we need to put it here? Well, nobody else has a, nobody else has even a single envoy there, so probably not. I guess we probably just hold on to it, right? We will never be able to recruit a Great Prophet. Fortunately, this quest will expire when somebody gets the last Great Prophet, and then we'll be able to get another one from them. And it looks like, actually, some people are about to get some. Alright, it would be really cool if we could get to the end of this era. So this era is not doing great things for us. Okay, we have moved into the next era here. And their archer just retreated. We have to be a little bit careful about approaching because of the, this guy, but we don't have to stay, like, all the way back. So all the city-state units need to become swordsmen right now. Our swordsman wields iron as a weapon for the first time in the world. Nobody else has ever built swordsmen. So I want to... Let's see, who's healthiest? You are healthiest. You could run all the way over to here, and then upgrade. You can only upgrade units while they're in friendly territory, remember. Oh, I don't actually have a shot here, because of the, yeah, the high ground thing. Well, you'll have a shot next turn, so actually you... No, I think you still want to stay there, though. This is my unit, so I'm going to have to pay to upgrade it. It will be 80 gold and 20 iron. That's not too bad. That's payable. You probably move to here. I guess we can just upgrade you right there. Move them to here first. Okay, so we have some swordsmen. We don't necessarily have enough of them to make a huge, huge difference. But now that we have owned a swordsman, the combat strength of our cities is considerably higher. So Cyrus might have a hard time reclaiming this stuff from us. Alright, I do wish that we could shoot this turn. But the fact that the guy in front is a swordsman is going to make a big difference. Okay, we should probably get masonry. Should probably be able to permanently hold on to these cities that we've taken. He's willing to make a deal to trade both of those cities to me. I refuse. The reason that you are eager to make this deal is the same reason that I am not going to make it, which is that he knows he's going to lose Nanmadal. So walking the quads and lingering outside classrooms of the campus near Estergom, you can hear scholars debate the ideas that will change the world. We've completed our first good campus. So we are going to Heroic Age in the coming era, which is fantastic. Boy, I hate dealing with chariots. Heavy chariots just are so powerful. Oh, hey. Hello, city-state. Construct a campus. Oh, man! We are not close to constructing another campus. That is so poorly timed. I mean, we're gonna get it. It's just, what a bummer. Alright, well, we have a new envoy. So we can just go ahead and insert it in Cahokia. What's your deal? What do you do? Builders can make Cahokia mounds. They provide +3 gold, +1 amenity from their first Cahokia mound improvement in a city. Upon discovering natural history, you can also get an amenity from the second one, +1 food for every 2 adjacent districts once feudalism is discovered, +1 for every adjacent district when replaceable parts is discovered. So those are the 2 civics that ordinarily upgrade the food production of farms. They just also work on Cahokia mounds. +1 housing, receive an additional housing once cultural heritage is discovered. This seems very good. I think we really want these. Yeah, I'm definitely putting an envoy in there, and then I think we're also going to move a Mani over there. It would be really cool to get control of that city-state. So this guy, I think, is just going to plunder this trade route, right? Because that's going to give us the money to upgrade our own swordsman. You can move to here and shoot at this guy. Okay, so those guys are feeling tough. Definitely gonna take this upgrade. Okay, we have just enough loyalty to hold Gordian, as long as there's a unit in it. When the monument finishes, we'll have enough to hold it without. So you definitely have to stay in Tartarus, or in Tarsus. Tartarus is a different thing. And unfortunately, this is gonna fall no matter what, huh? Minus 3.6 this turn. Why is that higher than it was last turn? There's no factors here that have changed. Okay, well then you should just bail out. And we should also move the governor. If it's not going to be savable, he can be here in Gordian, providing us with combat bonuses. We'll have to reclaim Tarsus. It's possible that Cyrus will reclaim Tarsus, but it's also possible that his units will take a bunch of damage trying, and that he'll just get nowhere on it. Definitely take the upgrade on you. You just sit and heal. We're coming, man. We're so close to being in reinforcement range. Alright, we're still not very close to the granary here. We need 1 turn of something before we can build walls, and I think we want to build walls in the capital immediately. Let's start building another archer. We'll put 1 turn of production toward an archer, and then we'll get walls up. You are definitely just building that. Oh, we're at our housing soft cap here. Probably it's better to build a granary. We'll get the campus. That'll happen. Alright, so in theory, what's the situation here? Cyrus has 2 envoys, so he could prevent us from getting control of Cahokia. It really is a shame we met them when we did and not 1 turn earlier. Okay, and he's just like buying archers nonstop, which is a really annoying thing for him to do. Okay, she's taunting me. We have masonry. Tarsus went free city. That's really not my problem. Looks like Cyrus's problem to me. So, Hong Kong now has a military, and we could levy it, and thus get a bunch of envoys, and also, of course, suddenly have a heavy chariot. That seems like a thing worth doing. It's a very reasonable price. A new front opens in the war between Persia and Hungary as control of Hong Kong changes on the borders. Yeah, 65 gold for an unusually powerful heavy chariot is actually great. That's a great deal. Alright, so you're going to be able to provide some good ranged fire. Both of the archers leveled. Alright. Step you up to here. Grab Aerostorm. You can just run in and chop that guy up. Which means you can also just take Aerostorm. Or Volley, sorry. Not quite Aerostorm time yet. And now that we no longer have control of Tarsus, we're no longer producing the loyalty that helps us hold Gordian. So we do have to get it back. But I also have to run forward and actually start getting work done here. Taking Nan Madol will make things a lot more secure for us. Threaten them with a whole lot of swordsmen. You can chill out in Gordian for a little bit to help raise its combat strength. Actually, you should probably hang out on the other side of Gordian. You can chill out in Gordian and more effectively raise its combat strength. Because the effectiveness of that is, to some degree, based on the unit doing it. If I do this, I probably lose this swordsman, but he's not one of mine. He's a temporary swordsman anyway. And it's a lot of damage to that city. They're going to have to focus their archers on him, which means they're going to be in rough shape. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if we're going to liberate Nan Madol. We might just take it. Because I could kind of use the loyalty pressure, and it also gives us support, which we don't have currently. What is the bonus? Can I look up city-states in this thing? Districts on or next to coast or lake tiles provide +2 culture. This isn't even very good for us. I think we'll probably just keep Nan Madol. We have lots of city-states in the area. You need walls, probably. Okay, now that we have a lot of our defensive stuff up, we don't really need to go for horseback riding right away. I think currency might be smarter at the moment. I need trade routes. So even though we didn't hold these, if Cyrus doesn't get them back, we've still damaged him very badly. When we get Nan Madol and he's down to 1 city, things are going to be really rough for him. Oh, they chose not to attack the swordsman. That feels like an error. Absolutely not. I'm not even really that afraid of him attacking me, given the positions of things. Ooh, Tarsus is producing Free City swordsmen. That's kind of terrifying. Alright, so it looks like we'll be able to just take this. And we are going to keep it. Okay, and that should fix our loyalty problems in Gordian, I think? Nope, falling 11.8. Wow. Well, Victor will be in the city in a second here, and that'll fix a lot of that. Over here, I'm going to have this guy try to get in the open and into a place where he can charge. I don't know what to do with this scout. Hold on. One thing at a time here. So I could run out there and just murder that archer. Their swordsman could counterattack me, but notice like all of the bonuses that we have to all of our units. Free City swordsmen are actually a lot weaker than my swordsmen are. Oh, he can't attack this turn though. Got a little bit deceived there by by the game showing me movable tiles that I couldn't actually move to. Okay, well, you're gonna have to go, so, like, this guy needs to be over here just to free up space for the rest of us to move around. You're gonna want to go around the mountain, it looks like. The President's Bombardiers is wholly inappropriate, but such a good name that I can't pass on it. And then somebody's got to stay behind and kill this guy. Like, any one of you can do that. Apparently, any 2 of you can do that, even though it definitely showed that it would only take 1 unit's worth of damage. Alright, so they do have a galley over here, which can attack coastal cities, but I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it has the combat strength to take out any of our stuff. Where's this guy from? I don't actually see a camp anywhere. We did hear a camp spawning noise a few turns ago, and I didn't... Oh, it's right there. Okay, well. Let's enable the queue here. We're going to put the walls up and then finish this archer. Maybe I should finish the archer first? Oops, that's not what I wanted. Now, let's get the walls up. Walls are very good. Okay, Cyrus is choosing to continue fighting the city-state units. A tornado family has formed on the border of the Netherlands. Not an immediate issue for me. I don't know what I want to do with you. We have another promotion available. We definitely want to take Embrasure. This is something we are going to need over the course of the game. Okay, Gordian is now loyal. Nanmadal is now loyal. Excellent, 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 excellent. So... and we pretty much just have to chop up these units, right? I'm going to move this guy up, but I'm not going to attack. You probably aren't moving at all, actually. This is very inconvenient. If this guy was not here, we could move an archer into that tile. I guess just move to here. I don't want to move adjacent to that swordsman. Maybe I could have now that he's wounded. Whatever, it's fine. Right, you don't actually have anywhere that you can move, so you just move to here. I am going to move this guy out this way. He might be useful as a way of sieging Tarsus to prevent it from regaining health while we're reclaiming it. And is Nanmadal reliant on the loyalty from this guy? No, it is not. This is because there's no pressure from other nations on Nanmadal at all, so we can afford to leave it empty. A lot of these units could desperately use a break, just some healing time. You know what? I'm going to move the chariot around here. It's a little awkward to move through rough terrain like that, but I think it's a good idea now. You definitely don't need walls. 4 turns until you can start building your next district. So probably this is an okay time to get the granary out right before the campus, which we'll put right there. 2 turns until we have control or suzerainship of Cahokia. This is going all right. Obviously, it could be going a little bit better in the sense that these cities could still be green, but we're working it out. We're getting there. Oh, and this guy is in roughly the place I told him to go to. So, like, what do I want to do here? How are we doing on amenities? Like in our normal cities? Okay, we're cool. So I don't need to be in a big hurry to pick up that marble. We don't want to remove the bananas. We could build the monastery here. I'm thinking that we don't want to build it there because this is like the natural campus location for this city. Do we maybe want to buy... okay, we cannot afford to buy the tile. Alright, so I guess that's where we're doing it then. And then we have the ability to change our policies, but I don't think we want to. Isolationism's good and everything, but we're really getting a lot of value out of Twilight Valley right now. Maybe the most value that I've ever gotten out of it, so I'm inclined to just keep doing this. Somebody built the pyramids. And stole Armagh. Interesting. Well, it looks like it didn't unlevy any of their... no, it totally did unlevy their military units. That's not a big deal. None of those units were involved in the stuff up front here. Who stole Armagh from me? It was Cyrus. No big surprise there, I guess. Well, we just need to get one envoy to get it back, but like we're pretty far away from getting another envoy by any means. Yeah, that's crappy. That sucks. Not a lot to be done about it, unfortunately. Alright, I'm done with you. And you over here, and you over here. You can stand right there. So archers do not, they do not naturally cause a zone of control, but a unit in a space blocks that space for the purpose of putting a city under siege, even if that unit has no zone of control. If you're just physically standing in the space, that's good enough. Okay, so we need this guy to run across here. We'll have control of Tarsus again shortly. As to whether or not we will be able to hold it once we have that control, I have no idea. Probably this is a walls situation. As much as I would like to do other stuff, you should probably get your granary back up. Maybe I should build the walls here as well. We could build a campus right there. Take advantage of our bonus. Ooh, that is a coastal lowland, though. Yeah, right here is not bad. Or we could wait a little bit until we can acquire that tile. Yeah, let's just repair the granary for right now. So, what's Gordian's loyalty look like? Alright, if I removed Victor, it would be very slightly negative. Oh, except that's actually not true, right? So, like, what I'm thinking is we want to move Victor to Tarsus, right? As soon as we get Tarsus. Once we have Tarsus, the loyalty pressure from Tarsus will make Gordian safe, so we can move Victor then. And if we could just hold on to Tarsus for a little while, use it as a staging ground against Pasargadae, I think we might be able to actually drive Cyrus all the way out of the game in this first war, which is a really nice way to do that. Okay, we've become suzerain of Cahokia thanks to Amani. We have way more era score than we need. I'm assuming that levying this military is, yeah, a little out of reach. Because I would love to levy these guys and then just move Amani back to Armagh. Okay, so the scout can capture Tarsus for us. Definitely keep the city. It is feeling a little rebellious, but it's going to give us enough time to move Victor over. Hoping we can get there on this. The monument is not repaired yet. You know what I should have done? I should have pillaged this farm before doing that. So that this guy could be at full health. So Pasargadae probably has an archer in it. That's my guess from the city combat strength that we're seeing there. You might have to just heal for a moment. You'll notice he has cunningly left his the farm outside of Pasargadae unrepaired, just so that we won't be able to use it for a pillage. It's a remarkably clever strategy. Okay, now that we have currency, like, I think we could go hard for machinery to get crossbowmen up, but I really want to get workshops. Like, the industrial zone is so valuable. Yeah, I think we might go through horseback riding to apprenticeship. That'll let us, once we have our walls and stuff in the capital, that'll let us start building our stables. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Our weird little empire is doing alright. It's fine. I really wish this era would end. I'm not interested in deals right now. Okay, that city finally flipped. Not a lot that could be done about that. Or rather, not a lot that I was willing to do about that, I guess is more correct. Hey, look at that. Those guys finally did something. We do this way so that we can continue to move units forward. And let's just move up here and try to get this thing under siege as quickly as possible. Yeah, we're totally going to get this. You are going to hold that city for us. Here we are going to probably just get the walls up, just in case. You know, he does have this ship right here. But you know, we're not going to need the walls here, though, because he's about to lose. He's about to be out of the game entirely. So, actually... what do I want to do, then? What I want to do is build my campus. That seems unlikely to happen. We don't have any tile improvements around here at all. Okay, a builder wouldn't be bad. So we're going to finish this archer. We have walls up. Then we're going to get horseback riding. We're going to build our stable. Then we'll be able to produce good light cavalry units that will upgrade into our unique. Yeah, okay. I think we're in reasonable place for what will probably be an eventual war against the Dutch. And against the Congo, they're just kind of like... They're not super able to attack me right now. Once Pasargadae is mine, it's in a little bit more danger. We'll definitely have to build walls quickly. And I'm wondering how much of an effect conquering Pasargadae is going to have on Tarsus. Because there will no longer be this Persian pressure and it will be replaced with Hungarian pressure. That might solve the Tarsus problem right there. Unfortunately, that city's on full health. No, absolutely not. You want to fight? Come over here and fight. A withering drought. Outside of my borders, it looks like. Alright, well, somebody's got to deal with the barbarian camp, so I guess that can be your deal. Alright, you get over here, and now you are blocking all of those spaces, and then this puts the city under siege. Cavalry units actually don't attack cities all that well, usually. He's a melee attack unit, though. He's still getting... Yeah, we're still getting okay combat turns bonus... or combat bonuses from this. Still have 12 turns on these Kumasi units. We're actually in really good shape here. Move you to there, move you to here, shoot the city. This, unfortunately, is going to take a minute. Okay, maybe it's not going to be that bad. I cannot, in fact... Oh, right, I don't control Armagh anymore. For some reason, I can't build a Cahokia mound here. I just need a tile improvement... Okay, hold on. What are the actual rules for these mounds? I just need a tile improvement that provides housing. Can't be built on hills. So it has to be this tile. Which we were going to have to buy. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's get our stable up. Production, housing, just generally good stuff. Estergom is definitely building a library. I mean, we're getting good infrastructure stuff done in some of our other cities. Gordian maybe doesn't actually need walls. Whatever. Let's let him finish, just in case. And... yeah, we shall see what our loyalty situation actually looks like here. Because Victor's going to establish, and we're going to take their capital in that same turn. You are such an asshole. Alright, the number of people living in your empire is truly impressive. All of a sudden, we're satisfying her population agenda. You know, it usually is only once that you get to see this side of war. That's kind of how war works. Alright, Persia will not stand the test of time. We have produced way too much era score. Obviously, we'll keep the city. So Tarsus is actually looking worse than it was before, somehow? Sargadae is not very negative. Okay. Let's move... yeah, he's just going to get bounced from Tarsus no matter what, so let's move him over to our new city. He will make it positive here. You are definitely going to produce a campus for us. You are going to repair... actually, no. You're going to build walls is what you're going to do. And the rest of us are going to try to get in position to reclaim Tarsus in a moment here. So apparently that's going to be necessary. Okay, the barbarians thought they could come out here and attack my archer. That is probably not really going to work for them. And you know what? This turn we could... well, I was going to say we could go ahead and just pay to change our social policy cards, but I guess that's not really necessary because... or that's not something we can really afford to do because we have to buy this tile to put put the monastery on. Or the Cahokia Mound, rather. And honestly, the Cahokia Mound is way better for us than the monastery would have been, since it gives money. Which we need, badly. Okay, and we are considered to have built a campus because we acquired a city that had a campus in it. I would love it if the world would start to move forward into the next era. Oh, Tarsus didn't actually flip. Huh. You know, sometimes the game just lies to you about the numbers. This is a real problem that Civ has. The UI is really, really unreliable about the actual states of some things. Okay, well... I mean, we're ready to reclaim it by force. I'm here. I'm ready to do it. You're right where you need to be. You're right where you need to be. Yep, we're just going to tell everybody to hang out for a turn. Okay. Cahokia Mound. That puts us... Oh, hey, we're actually away from our housing soft cap. For a moment. For a very brief time. Alright, science is going up across the Empire. We're getting some important stuff done. We wiped out a player. So we have one capital captured. This number is going to have to be a lot larger before we can rest. So yeah, the loyalty screen for Tarsus was just 100% lying to me about the state of it, and actually keeping Victor there would have kept it. Well, whatever. It'll fall, we'll reclaim it, and then we'll move Victor back in. And we'll be able to get some combat XP, which is nice. Free city units are not like barbarians. They are considered real units, and so you get real, the real full amount of combat XP for defeating them. I'm going to prioritize my own units here. Make sure that our... let's see, I need you to go here so that this guy can go here. Make sure we're making an elite force out of our own units so that when we inevitably lose a couple of these levies, we are ready to continue fighting. And you, I guess, should just go, like, actually scout for stuff? I haven't used you that way in a while, but it's definitely where we're at. Okay. The Tarsus is very easily reclaimable. Finish those barbarians off, then we'll grab the camp. And actually, I think we're in kind of a weird position. Like, we would have been in kind of a weird position to fight Cyrus if he had been able to establish, and we're in a much better position to fight the Netherlands, which is just across an open plain from us and near the capital. So it actually is probably really good that we wiped out Cyrus first. So, charge or barding? Barding leads to rout, while charge leads to marauding. I think barding is probably the way to go here. These are not really my units, but they will be available to us later, so we do want them upgraded in sensible ways. Can you not? Oh no, there's that tile is a hill. Okay, well the archer doesn't get to play this turn, and I think, yeah, the city's going to be captured before next turn, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, keep the city for real. And we're actually good on loyalty here. Okay. Well, I definitely want to get the library up in this city. I definitely want to get walls up in this city. So we're actually negative here. So it's a really good thing we kept Governor Victor around. We can make this a little bit easier by moving the scout in for a turn. And then somebody else is going to have to get in there in a moment. Be you. And I don't think we necessarily want to fight the Congo right away. I think the Congo are probably going to be a little bit less competent at combat than the Dutch are, with the Dutch having already built walls and stuff. So we maybe want to start thinking about taking out the Dutch now while it's still easy enough to do that. But maybe the fact that they have walls means that we should just try to focus on bringing out the Congo before they get walls. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, we're suzerain of Armagh again, because we removed the player who became their suzerain. Well, the military is not really leviable. We gotta get our cash back up. Yeah, you know what? And maybe we want to keep the Dutch around for a little while as a trading partner, potentially. Yeah, alright. So let's move these units in such a way that we are threatening to the Congo. We could take a little bit of a break from war and let our units heal up, but I don't want to take too much of a break. We definitely want to put some pressure on. So we probably don't want to levy Cahokia's army then, even though I do want to get those free envoys, because we just can't afford to levy this and that, and we want to levy this one really badly. What is the state of... Okay, we're still the only person with envoys here, so we're not really in a hurry. We could probably leave Amani in Cahokia for now. We don't need to move her back. Alright, well, I think things are going pretty well at this point. We gained 4 cities during our war with Cyrus, and we liberated Hong Kong, which I think is actually going to be a pretty valuable ally. Not because their suzerain bonus is any good, but because it's good to have industrial city-states. And we're looking at maybe claiming a whole bunch more land over here. The fact that these cities don't have walls up makes them very tempting targets. Like, swordsmen do crazy damage to cities that have 12 combat strength. That is going to be where we call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see us re-engage in I don't know. I was going to try to come up with a classy, poetic way to describe war, but murder is what it is. We're going to re-engage in a whole lot more murder. And we'll see you then.